important. So you have created that time for yourself. So it's so important for you to congratulate yourself and also have gratitude towards all those who are looking after your responsibilities back there. And surely gratitude to the Divine. And as from yesterday we have been listening about how it is so important for us to empower the self and how meditation becomes a beautiful tool for us and how the inner self can be connected to the Divine, who is the source of all those virtues, qualities, values, strength. So what is the self? I think because it is something so close to us, we need to know about it more and more. We know about so many people around us, and only because you're connected to the world now within a click, and so you know so many things. But somewhere we find that we have missed knowing ourselves to that deep level where we can enjoy that experience of constantly empowering myself, energizing myself, keeping myself always light, happy and relaxed. Yes, that's a responsibility. And I think slowly over there, you'll take up that responsibility of keeping yourself always happy, always peaceful, always light, always energized. Yes? Like each one of you are leaders in your field, and so you take up so many responsibilities around you, for your work, for people, for projects. And this we find Rajyoga meditation, which the Divine is teaching us every day, is giving us first this responsibility to take care of ourselves. Important? Yes. To take care of myself? Yes. And to be responsible for my own state of mind. Yes? Till now we've always given that responsibility to people around us. Yes? But something has affected us, someone has affected us, and yet here in Rajyoga, which the Divine teaches us, we all are students, and we're sharing with you our experiences which we are learning every day. And so when we talk about ourselves, we find the Supreme Divine gives us this very beautiful understanding of the inner self. Whenever we try to connect with each other here, because we have so many new friends, I'm sure you're connecting with each other. Yes, so many people from all over India come here. And so when you connect with each other, what do you do? What do you ask each other? You ask each other's name first, yes? So someone asks you your name and you give your name. Then what else? What other information you would like to share with each other or ask each other? The name, then maybe the place the person comes, the organization where the person is working, maybe their interests, their role there, their responsibilities there, and maybe something about their family over there. Yes? And so every time you are asked this information, you talk about your name, your role, your responsibilities, your work, your projects, your years of experience, the different organizations you have contributed. Yes? And so whenever we talk about ourselves, we use this word, my name, my role, my responsibilities, yes, my presidential address, my place of work, my place of residence, my state, my city, my country, my ideas, my belief system, my language, my religion, yes, my experiences, my achievements. So everything belongs to me, it's my name. And most important, my body. Yes? And so, who am I? Who is the I? Because everything which you have maybe shared as information about yourself has this word my in front of it. Yes? And who am I is a very important question. which we need to ask ourselves. Yes? You think it's important? So when I ask myself this question, who am I? Till now, whatever was reflected in the mirror is something which I identify myself with. Yes? And so I always felt this is me. And so I identified myself with my name, my role, my responsibilities, my work, my age, my family, my ability, my country, my state. And yet all that is mine. So maybe it's my laptop for temporary for at least an hour, and my handkerchief which I've kept here. So that belongs to me, it's separate from me. But it's not me. And so everything which, whenever I use the word mine, it belongs to me. It's separate from me. I use it when I want. And so, who am I? When I ask this question to myself, what is the response? Generally, because I've always seen my physical self, the body is something which I feel this is me. But that also belongs to me because I use the word my body. My hands, my feet. My feet are aching today. My head is aching today. My body is feeling weak. Yes? So it's mine. It belongs to me. So who am I? Yes. When you ask yourself, what is the response which you get? Yes. It's something which we need to think about, right? And reflect deeply and understand. And this was how we also began our journey, and we started also thinking about it. Like, whatever I have till now related to myself as me, as I, is something which is belonging to me. And so who is this I? And that's where Supreme gives us very beautiful guidance through spiritual understanding about these two aspects of our identity. One is the innate self, the I within, and the other is the acquired self, which is our physical identity, which we have been able to relate to very easily, because that's what is seen. And so every time people connected with us, talked about us, wanted information, we talked about this acquired self. So we gave them inputs about our work, our roles, our responsibilities, our family, our interests, our hobbies. Yes. And so the acquired self is a very important aspect of our personality. Very, very important. It's a means of reflection of our energy, our potential, our capabilities, our resources. We can add value to the world through this acquired self. But which is the energy working through the acquired? Because the acquired is acquired, it belongs to us, and so it's temporary. And so the energy working behind is this inner being, is a subtle being, is a spiritual being, which maybe we have different words. And so when you are asking yourself this question, who am I? You know, some words, some feelings emerged within. Yes. You felt it's talked about like an energy, or maybe light, or maybe big spiritual being, subtle energy, metaphysical self according to science, Atma, Shakti, Pran, different words, different languages, different religious or spiritual backgrounds, and so different words are there. But they all relate to this inner being, this spiritual energy. And so there is the innate and the acquired. So both are very important for us. But throughout our life, our focus has always been acquired because it is visible, it can be seen, it can be felt, and throughout the day we are contributing to our organization, our family, our society on the basis of this acquired. And it is unique for every one of us. And so we know that there is some energy. Internally the understanding is there, but the focus is never been there. Because we feel that's there always. Yes. And when do we remember about this energy? Or when we talk about it? It's only when we find there is an occasion of someone passing away, death of someone that we know, and that's the time as soon as we get that information, what do? What is the message we immediately send? R.I.P. Rest in peace. And so when we are talking about sending that vibration of peace, whom are we sending that vibration of peace to? Yes? The body has already rested, no? Is in peace. Sharir shant ho chuka hai. That's what we talk about when there is someone who has left the body, he's died, he's passed away. And whom are we sending the vibration of peace?
Soul.
Yes?
Soul.
To the soul. And that's the time when we remember, yes, there is a spiritual energy, the soul. And so we send this vibration of peace, love, good wishes, gratitude to the soul who has departed. And as soon as we reach, maybe it's a friend, maybe it's a colleague, maybe it's someone's parent and loved one, and we reach the place where the death has happened, we see the physical body, we see the physical self. Throughout our life, we have been connecting with that physical self as the individual, as the relationship. And yet now we feel that that relationship, that person is no longer there. And we miss that person. Yes? Till now we have always been communicating, connecting, spending time with that physical self, no? The body which we have seen. But now we say, अब वो नहीं रहे, चले गए. अब मेरा मित्र नहीं रहा, मेरा साथी नहीं रहा, the colleague is no longer with us. And so my relationship was with whom? With the acquired or with the innate? Yes?
Acquired.
My relationship was with whom?
Acquired.
With the acquired. But we find that the body is still there and we say no longer. My parent is no longer there. My colleague is no longer there. My auntie, uncle, my friend is no longer there. My life partner is not there. Has left me. Is gone. Yes? And the body is still there. So my relationship is with whom?
In itself.
Important to think, no? With whom?
In itself.
Yes?
In itself.
With the innate self. The acquired self is the most important means of expression. Very, very important. And whatever we are contributing today in societies, because of the support of this acquired, which is a gift from the divine. Yes? Yesterday also it was mentioned that this body is God's gift to us because nothing can be replaced actually. Yes? So it is God's gift to us. But which is the energy which is working behind this gift from the divine, from its physical body, is the spiritual energy. And our relationship with each other also is on the basis of this spiritual energy. And so we find that the spiritual energy departs, physical body remains there, and we, with respect on the basis of whichever religion we belong, we return back to nature. प्रकृति से वो प्राप्त किया है, प्रकृति को फिर से हम सौंप देते हैं. Yes? With gratitude, with respect, with lot of love and our prayers. But our relationship is with the soul. Now, we find when we are talking about empowering ourselves, experiencing that inner state of lightness, calmness, having a peaceful and happy and maybe a healthy lifestyle. From these two, who needs to be the master? Who needs to have the power to decide, to choose, to make decisions? Who should be the master? Both are important. And we are using both. We are sitting here also because of both, the balance of both. But who should be the master? Malik किसको होना चाहिए? Who should be the master? Who should be the boss amongst these two? Yes? Who should be the boss?
Mind.
Yes? The inner self. Are you sure? The inner self should be the master? Yes? Behind also you agree? Inner self should be the master? Okay. And today who is the master? Who is the master? You have to be honest. Who is the master in my life? If I see, just looking at myself, who is the master? Yes? Mixed? Mostly it's the acquired, no? And the acquired is a very good means of serving. It's a very good support system. It helps you to serve, contribute. But it's not a good master because it's temporary. Every aspect of the acquired is temporary. So suppose it becomes a master, like my role in the organization is most important to me, and that's my means of growth. That's my means of self-esteem. That's my means of feeling important, feeling in control, feeling that sense of authority in the organization. What happens if my role becomes a basis of my authority and my, maybe a sense of growth in the organization? What happens? If there's someone maybe who has come behind, after me in this organization, and somewhere that person's role becomes more important than me, what happens?
Jealous.
Yes?
Jealous.
What happens? What happens to my state of mind?
Insecure.
Yes?
Insecure.
Yeah. I feel neglected, I feel insecure. I'm contributing so much in the organization, but because somewhere I feel that person's role is more important, that person is being involved more, I feel neglected. Because my role is my sense of growth, or my sense of belongingness, or my sense of feeling stable, or feeling maybe connected to the organization, or that deep sense of self-esteem is based on that role. Maybe my skills, that is my sense of achievement, or my sense of joy, or my sense of respect for myself, or my self-esteem. And I feel I'm important because of these capabilities, these wonderful skill sets which I have, and I have put in so much of hard work to achieve that, to grow in that area. But now, like yesterday, I was talking about, and each one is talking about AI and so many other things which you know better. And so we find so many new technology coming in, yes? And so there is a possibility that someone around me has a better skill set now, which is more needed for that organization in this particular time. Because every organization goes through phases. And so in this particular phase, there is something else which is more important. And so that person's skills, because they are more important, they are being acknowledged. And no, so I had good skill set, but now it's not so important for the organization. And so what happens to my state of mind? Again? Yes? It gets affected, no? My sense of belongingness, my sense of happiness with myself, everything gets affected. So if my basis of growth and self-esteem is on the acquired, what happens? raise a child. My relationships. So maybe my basis of happiness is based on the basis of my relationship with my child or the life partner. And so maybe now the child is slowly moving ahead, growing, teenage, then college. And then the child becomes very confident, starts choosing his own path, career path, making decisions, and wants to remain connected with the parent, but more like a friend. And there are many choices which the child makes without maybe sharing with you or maybe asking you, because he feels more confident and he's doing well. And so now I feel I don't have any role to play in my child's life. And so I feel again neglected because my basis of happiness was my relationship with this child, who always was obedient, who always asked me, checked with me, always related to me. Yes, so everything at the acquired is changing. And so if that becomes my basis of happiness, strength, growth, joy, self-esteem, what happens? I'm on a roller coaster ride. And so it's so important for me to allow the innate to be the master. And that's what Raj Yoga meditation helps us to do. To bring back the mastery to the inner self, so that I become the master of my life. So becoming light or being in control becomes natural. Today when we talk about controlling the mind, controlling ourselves, there feels that sense of, being imposing on ourselves, and it's very suffocating. But when the self becomes a master, then choosing, making right decisions, being able to be connected to my virtues, qualities, allowing that to influence me at a day-to-day level becomes easy. So how do I make the innate the master? For that I need to know the innate well. So the Supreme guides us. He teaches us. So every day when we learn from Him, He teaches us that we have these two aspects. When we talk about ourselves as a human being, there is this human, which comes from the word humus. So it means matter, soil, yes, and the elements of nature. Today, I think because IT is there, so we have all the information available about the physical body. Even if sometimes we have some problem, maybe some ailment, you go to the doctor, he mentions 2-3 names. We go back to the net and check, what is this problem, what is this medicine which has been given to us. So a lot of inputs are available on the body, physical side. The being. The being is a spiritual energy. And so the Supreme gives us the knowledge of the inner being. How it works, how it guides this physical being. Because this inner being is so subtle. It is invisible to this physical eyes, subtle energy. When I'm talking to you, there are sound waves which are being created. Yes? Yes? This energy. Can we see it? So it's physical energy but cannot be seen. The soul is spiritual energy but not visible to the physical eyes. Yes? And so the soul, because it's not visible, you've not been able to feel its presence. It's only in the terms of death that we remember it. And so throughout the day, it's this energy, I, the soul, which is guiding this physical body. So the most beautiful comparison which the Supreme has guided us is about a car and a driver. So the body is very, very valuable car. I don't think we can have a number to relate to its material value. It's very, very valuable. And we recognize the value of our physical body only when one organ is a little dysfunctional. No? That's the time we start appreciating it. Otherwise, we're just using it, and maybe it doesn't even make its presence felt because it's so effective. And it's only when one organ, maybe our knees, start paining, is that we realize, oh, it's so important, I need to take care of it. And so, or maybe we have a fracture somewhere, we realize it's so important. The body is supporting me so well. And so the body is this wonderful car, which is God's gift, a vehicle. And I, the soul, becomes the driver, a living driver. So who's in charge of the car?
Driver.
Jesus. Yes? So when the car, when the